Uzo Egonu, the 25th of December 1931 to the 14th of August 1996, was a Nigerian-born artist who settled in Britain in the 1940s, only once returning to his homeland for 2 days in the 1970s. Although he remained concerned with African political struggles, according to Rasheed Araeen, Egonu was perhaps the first person from Africa, Asia or the Caribbean to come to Britain after the war with the sole intention of becoming an artist. According to critic Molara Wood, Egonu's work merged European and Igbo traditions but more significantly, placed Africa as the touchstone of modernism this year in combining the visual languages of Western and African art. He helped redefine the boundaries of modernism, thereby challenging the European myth of the naïve, primitive African artist. Biography. Born in Onitsha, Nigeria, Egonu was in his early teens when in 1945 he first traveled to England, having already begun to draw while attending Sacred Heart College, Calabar before leaving for the UK. He eventually studied fine arts and typography at Camberwell School of Arts and Crafts, London, from 1949 to 1952, and went on to participate in a number of exhibitions. In 1977, he was among the black artists and photographers whose work represented the UK at the Second World Festival of Black Arts and African Culture, Festac 77, in Lagos, Nigeria. The others being Winston Branch, Ronald Moody, Mercy Nkarenya, Ahmet Francis, Emmanuel Taiwo Jagede, Neil Kenlock, Donald Locke, Cyprian Mandala, Ossie Murray, Sue Smock, Lance Watson and Aubrey Williams. In 1983 the International Association of Art called on him to advise it for the rest of his life, an honor which he shared with painters and sculptors like Henry Moore, Joan Miro and Louise Nevelson. Egonu was also included in 2 major 20th-century exhibitions featuring black British artists. In 1989 the landmark show at London's Hayward Gallery, The Other Story, and 7 years later Transforming the Crown, curated by the Caribbean Cultural Center in New York City. He was a member of the Rainbow Art Group, an initiative set up in 1978, which recognized the main problem that exists in relation to the work and aspirations of all ethnic minorities in the art world, including their own. In later years he suffered 2 heart attacks and deteriorating eyesight, and on the 14th of August 1996 he died in London. Style and Legacy. The subject of a study by Oluogibe entitled Uzo Egonu, an African Artist in the West, 1995. Egonu has also often been described as, perhaps Africa's greatest modern painter. Eddie Chambers has commented on Egonu's remarkable ability to render landscapes and cityscapes as compelling and fascinating geometrical configurations, each very different in its representational aspects. His work featured in the 2015-16 exhibition No Color Bar, Black British Art in Action 1960–1990 at the Guildhall Art Gallery, City of London. Selected exhibitions. Solo, 2004. Uzo Egonu's London, Museum of London, London, 1997. Uzo Egonu, Past and Present in the Diaspora, Geneva, 1986. Uzo Egonu Now 1986. Stateless People, Royal Festival Hall, London. Group, 2015. No Color Bar, Black British Art in Action 1960–1990. Guildhall Art Gallery, London, 2001. The Short Century, Villa Stuck, Munich, Germany. House of World Cultures, Berlin, Germany, 1997. Transforming the Crown, African, Asian and Caribbean Artists in Britain 1966–1996. New York City. 1990. Herbert Art Gallery and Museum. Coventry. 1989. The Other Story. Afro-Asian Artists in Post-War Britain. Hayward Gallery. London. 1986. Third World Within. Brixton Art Gallery. London. The 31st of March to the 22nd of April. 1975. Ljubljana Graphic Art Biennial. Graphic Art Biennial. Ljubljana, Slovenia. 1973. Commonwealth Institute Art Gallery. London. Further reading. Eddie Chambers. Uzo Egonu and Contemporary African Art in Britain. In Black Artists in British Art. A History Since the 1950s. IB Taurus. 2014. pp. 56-73. ISBN 9781780762722. Oluogaib. Uzo Egonu. An African Artist in the West. Third Text Publications. 1995. ISBN 9780947753085. Leila Gatens. Artistic Insight. Uzo Egonu. No Color Bar blog. 5 November 2015. Uzo Egonu works at the Tate.